Hi everyone. Since I'm closed and we may not be able to see each other for a while, I'm not sure yet, I wanted to show you how to remove nails carefully at home. Now I've already wrapped my daughter's nails so that we can show you how to do this one nail. Your files at a salon should never look like this, but this is, let me see if I can get in frame. This is a used file that we've used on the other nails. You want it to be, you don't want it to be too flexible because it's going to be hard to do your own, but you do want it to have at least a 180 grit, okay? And when you do your own nails, it's nice to kind of balance your finger with your thumb and then remove the shine. That way you can do the next one and the next one. I recommend doing one hand completely, remove it before you move on to the next hand. So here is my daughter's cute St. Patrick's nail. You can see it's grown out. And what you want to do first is take the length off. There's no need to soak and file a nail that you're going to shorten anyway. Now, if you don't want to shorten the nail, then skip this part. But this does help to break the seal. Now, normally, you guys know that I would do this with my, I'm sorry if it's moving a lot. You know I would normally do this with my e-file. So she's got a design. So I'm very gently taking it off. Now, if you're doing your own nail, maybe it might be better to do it this way. But you want to be careful to check, and you never want to file this new growth right here. Leave that alone. Keep the file beyond that. All right? And go gentle. I'm hoping I'm not shaking around too much because my phone is very wobbly, it looks like. I'm trying not to be. So see, I'm just going back and forth, and look at the timer. You know, I'm sitting here. It's going to take about a minute to file through the top coat. And that's all you really need to do is file through the top coat. See how I got past the top coat there? That's okay because you have a base coat, a clear base coat. Just stop filing in an area once you see that you've gotten through a few layers. You can get these files at Sally's or Walmart or Walgreens. Make sure it's got a good strong grit on it. Oops, I just knocked off a foil. Sorry, babes. So you can see here that there's still probably about one layer of color still on her nail. Try not to file your skin either. But see, that's enough that you'll be able to get the polish off in about 10 minutes. So here's a cotton round. If you don't have any, this is what I normally use on my clients. It's a pre-stuck piece of cotton on foil. And you can see, like, here's my hand. You'll need about a rectangle, about that size. You can cut this into fourths and then slightly stretch it out a bit to fit your nail. And then you're going to use a piece of kitchen foil is fine. So you want to saturate the cotton pad. Not so where it's dripping, but you want to see that it's wet. See, it's transferring to my glove. It's wet. Flip your hand over, sweetie. And you want to put the pad over the whole thing. And I usually wrap once this way, pinch it, once this way, pinch it, and then once this way, and then pinch it so it's really nice and tight. So she's wrapped right there. Now the next thing you're going to need, I've already have this hand soaking for about 10 minutes. So we'll take one off and I'm going to show you how to take it off. So you can kind of squeeze the foil and rock it so that some of it comes off. So that's after 10 minutes. She only has the base coat left. This is an orange wood stick. You never want to hold it vertical to the nail. You want to be parallel to the nail. And you're just going to gently push off anything that's remaining. Okay. You can also use, see how it's coming off, and you can see that there's a little bit. If you leave a tiny bit of base coat on your nail, it's not going to hurt the nail. Okay. If you have a metal cuticle pusher, you can use a metal one as well. But again, you don't want to scoop it like this, which is what we tend to do when we do our own. You want to go parallel to the nail. Turn your hand sideways. And you're going to push gently towards the cuticle. You can also push towards the free edge. Okay. Then you want to shape your nail. You can even push the cuticle back a bit if you want at this point. I'm not going to use metal on her because she's just a little kid. So we're going to push it back. Then what I would recommend you do is use a glass file or a very fine grit file. This one that you use to take off the gel polish is too strong. So here's my glass file. I'm going to shape the nail. Like that. Then you can use a buffing block. I don't have the large ones, but you can get large buffing blocks at Sally's. But you want something that's like a 240 or 300 grit, very gentle, and you just want to buff. Look at, I'm not putting any pressure. I'm just using the block. I'm hardly holding it with 2 fingers, like 2-finger hold, and I'm just buffing it off. Okay, so then you can see her hand is completely clean. And if you want to, you can also use that cotton round and wipe off to see if there's any more gel left. And you can see there's a complete removal right there. When you take your wrap off, your gel should look like this. It should be flaking off to the point where you can just basically gently knock it off. You don't want to put any pressure on the nail plate. If you are doing any pressure on the nail plate, that's where the damage comes in, okay? So see how I'm doing just tiny, tiny pushes off. If I have a gloved finger, don't do this with your own fingers, but since my finger's covered, I can even pull it off with my gloved finger. If you don't have a cuticle pusher, you can use a nitrile glove. But see how there's just a tiny bit of base coat left? Because we soaked it long enough. Now, if you go to remove your gel polish and it's not coming off easily like this, then what I would like for you to do is simply just re-wrap that finger. You don't want to try to pry or push it off. So I hope that helps you to be able to take your polish off if that's what you so choose. This will work on a regular gel polish manicure. If you're doing this on a multiflex manicure, you will need to take all of the color off with the file before you try to soak off, and you'll probably have to wrap twice. Everybody have a great day. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.